So, my take on the temperature of evaporation study, right? Dr. Farsalinos, right? So, how the study should be performed. You have different devices wrapped differently, and they'll take the temperature of whatever that coil is firing at with fancy equipment, right? They have a vapor, a bunch of different vapors, vaping many different things at many different wraps and ohms and wattages, and that is how you figure out what your e-liquid is evaporating at slash where it stops doing that and just burns and bursts into flames and blows up in your face, right? Something like that. So, they take a vape, and they blow it into the machine right there. This is my thought on it. I don't know exactly how he's doing it. That's my thought on it. Take a vape. Blow it in the machine. And that'll tell him what kind of carcinogens are in there and everything else, right? But the first one is the clean air into the machine. Okay? It's part of the study, right? As far as my knowledge, that's part of the study is they're going to do, okay, we'll do this a couple times. Into the machine. And that's our baseline right there. That's what we got. All right? Read out your oxygen levels and everything else. Meanwhile, they have probably devices and whatnot hooked up to this to read the temperature of the coils, and then you and blow into the box again. Works for me. This is my understanding of it. And that's that one. Do that a few times. That's this at this level, at this wattage or voltage. That's this, okay? And then the subject number 2 is over there with something else. And they're doing the same thing, but with a different device and a different wattage and a different wrap on there for different ohms and all that, all right? This is just my take on it, all right? So you got that going on over and over again. That's just tasty. And with all the doohickeys hooked up, saying, all right, when you fire the button and it reaches this heat and this is the vapor coming out and this is collecting the data of what's in the vapor, and here's the e-juice by itself, and we've tested the e-juice before we've burnt it, evaporated it, all that. These are all variables. They're very easy in a lab configuration to figure out. All right? I'm not totally in the frame. Whatever. Doesn't matter to me. That's my take on the study. Fine and dandy. How long did it take them to do that with cigarettes? Long time, right? If that was a cigarette, that would be tar and nicotine and tar and cancer and tar, and that's, whatever else the machine's going to read. But vapor. Let's see what's in the vapor. We already figured out what's in the cigarettes, right? 17 billion different things. It's not that much, but you get the point. What's in this when you inhale it and exhale it? Nobody knows. Everybody always says stuff about formaldehyde. Do you know that you breathe out a certain percentage of formaldehyde anyhow? It's already in you. So I throw that one out. you know that lost my train of thought. That happens. YouTube, it's all good. They say there's things in here, chemicals that are the same in antifreeze. Oh my God, you're vaping antifreeze. The chemical that is in antifreeze, which eludes me at the moment, is in there to make it safer for the environment. That's why it's in there. Not that it's necessarily bad for you. It hasn't been studied yet. Just like they want to test all the diacetyl, and there's that other chemical that they want to test for. All that doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me one bit. With going from smoking, which puts your risk of dying up here, to go into vaping, which so far has shown little to no side effects. I can breathe. That's nice. That's a nice change of pace. That's awesome. I'm saving the dough. $8 a pack versus $20 for a 30 ml bottle of juice that lasts you a couple weeks. That's savings right there. Okay. Now, you want to do the temperature study. You're going to start that temperature study, and then we'll know what we do with that information, though. What do you do with it? You just go, that's nice, I guess. Now I know what's in it. What if it turns out that it's worse for you? Maybe it's going to give you mutant powers. How about that? Well, that'd be something, wouldn't it? Mutant powers. I'm just, going out here just because everybody's always going, well, you got, that's more dangerous, and vaping in the winter, all that extra moisture in you is going to give you pneumonia. I've heard that one a million times too. When I go hunting, I'm vaping. I'm vaping outside in 0-degree weather, and I haven't been sick from it. I haven't caught pneumonia from it. I stand out there for hours and hours at a time, and nothing. So, in my personal experience, it's not making me sick, is what I'm trying to say. When I was smoking all the time, I got colds. I think I've had like one cold since I've been solidly vaping for pretty much a year now. And it was minor. Not like the colds I had before where it hurt to cough, it hurt to breathe. I couldn't go out and have a cigarette because the inhalation of the smoke just killed everything. And maybe you take 2 drags and just throw it away. Hasn't happened. Been a year. Is a year a long time? No. When you consider that people have been smoking for hundreds of years, no. They may not have always been smoking tobacco, but they've been smoking something else. Anything that you actually put flame to and inhale and actually burn, not heat up and evaporate, but actually burn, is going to be worse for you. All sorts of stuff comes off of all sorts of different things when you burn them. Now, I want to re-wick this anyhow. So I'm just vaping some of the juice out of it right now. And it takes a little while. I don't even know what's in here right now, but it's pretty damn good. Some kind of bakery caramel thing going on in here, but I'm not sure what I had in there. Because I've since forth mixed up a ton of my different juice, and it's just a conglomeration of idiocy is what's going on right there. And yeah, wonderful for me. It's always a surprise when I grab something and I gotta smell it first and go, what is this? Because I know the label's not right. But your temperature study is going to be dealing with wet coils and what comes off of them. Okay? What comes off of that? What is that? Into the machine, and that's how it's going to go. Right? Now, it's not a dry coil. It's a nice wet coil. And that's what's going to happen. Okay? Let us continue to vape this until it is dry. And there's a reason for it. There's a reason why I want to vape this until it's dry. What is that reason? That reason will become clear in a second. We're just going to keep going until we hit that dry hit. That dry hit is the problem, right? The dry hit is the problem. Vapors don't continue to vape once they've hit that dry hit, right? Once you've hit that dry hit, that's like hitting the filter on your cigarette, right? You know that's bad. That's really, really bad. Burning the cotton, right? The cotton filter in the cigarette. That's bad. Nobody wants to smoke the filter, right? You ever done that in the dark? Accidentally pulled the cigarette out and had it flip backwards and lit it up? Doesn't taste very good. Same with this. Doesn't taste very good. Because along with that cotton, it burns the paper along with that on the cigarette, right? And anything you burn is bad for you. Still going. This thing goes through the juice, but it takes a while to actually soak it all up. And this will come back to the study that was done overseas, to where they named 1 million different carcinogens, not quite that much again, but all the carcinogens found in this, which were basically, they were pushing the button. That's getting down there. They were pushing the button and pushing the button and pushing the button, and they just kept checking what was coming off of there and checking what was coming off of there, and eventually it will stop sizzling, or the battery will blow on my hand from holding it this long. But now it's glowing red. You probably can't see that. And then it goes like that. And then they continue to test that, and they go, wow, look at all that. Yeah, it's still on fire. You see that? That's what they tested. So all these people out there going, oh, that study came out over there in Japan or whatever. This is what they tested. Dryness. That's what they tested. That's what they tested. So I'm tired of hearing about the study over there. Yeah, look at the nice fire. That's what they tested. You understand now? That's what this video was really about. Nothing else but do a controlled study. Not a dry hit. That's what vapors do. That's how vaping goes on. It doesn't go on like this. It just doesn't. You're not going to keep hitting that. You going to keep hitting that? I don't think you are. Just a little something there. get your mind around it. That's not the study. That is the study right there that was done overseas. Was let's just hit it until it fires up, and we'll just continue and continue to vape on it. You're not really vaping at this point, are you? Yeah, it smells wonderful. Still glowing in there. Look at that. It, like I said, I'm going to re-wick this anyhow. But this is not an over-exaggeration of what they did. This is what they did. They didn't just test something that was totally saturated all the time, like this. They tested this. Yeah, keep testing it. Keep testing it. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. We're going to keep testing that. Keep testing whatever that is that's coming out of there. Oh, that's some bad stuff. Yeah, post that shit. Yeah, that's not how you conduct a real scientific experiment and a study. That's for sure. So I'm sure Dr. Farsalinos will do a much better job in keeping your wicks wet while he studies them. Man loves to study wet wicks. So that's what I got for you in this one. Y'all have a vapey day? No. That's somebody else's. Y'all have fun now, because I know I will.